Parma Holy War Part 1 as Holy Name Girls Basketball hosts the Bruins on Holy Name Athletics YouTube. Up next. Welcome back to Holy Name High School as we bring you this broadcast between the 4-3 Holy Name Green Wave and the 1-6 Padua Bruins. I am Nathan Smee, alongside me, Michael Oleksik. We'll have plenty of special guests with us throughout the evening. But Michael, this is your first girls game you've seen, but you have some stats in front of you and some other knowledge I've given you. Padua, going into this game, they had that one win against Keystone, 39-29, with 6 other losses, 2 of which to Walsh, 1 to Avon, 1 to Beaumont, and 1 to St. Joe's and Keystone. Well, Michael, they have one stud in the making. Sophia Spain, averaging over 16 points per game throughout 5 games. That's the last reported stat that we have. Michael, what's the philosophy to shut her down?
I mean, don't let her get the ball on offense, really. Like we saw in the boys' game yesterday, trying to keep the ball away from Nemo. So keep the ball away from Spain. I think you have a good defensive game.
And looking at the statistics of this matchup, it's been all Padua the last couple of years. You have to go back pre-COVID for the last time Holy Name girls basketball beat the Bruins. It was a 33-31 playoff win at Padua on February 15th, 2020. Michael, this is the second game in a row where we've had a little bit of a gap since the last time we've won against a team, whether it be at home or away. Obviously, yesterday being since 09, since we won at Lake Catholic. But what's the goal for Holy Name today? I'll show you the stats for Holy Name real quick. You can see them on your screen. Who needs to step up?
Should have given me some time here to look at these stats, but clearly their main scorer here, Claire Coljon, a freshman, so a really young team, maybe as your core, and you see that with Padua too, with Spade, she's also a freshman, so a duel between the freshmen here. So let's see if we keep that going to win the game here.
So the key to victory for me for Holy Name is rotation. You can look at this team. Everyone has 5+ games on this varsity roster. There's, I don't know how many people on there, 15? Everyone has played in at least 5 of the 7 games so far this year. Coach McKinney does something that is very foreign to the sport. 5-man substitutions at a time. He does something about whole lines. He has a hockey philosophy almost where he has lines. You have first, second, and third lines out there that he puts out. And you see it on max reps. If the minutes per game are correct, no one averages over 10 minutes a game on the court. And these are not that long of games, so it doesn't really make sense, but there's plenty more to unpack, and we'll get to that in a little bit. But now we'll turn it over to our PA announcer to kick off the evening as we get ready for the first of 3 winner Parma Holy Wars this year. The next one being on the 22nd, and the final one being on January 6th and 19th against the Bruins in ice hockey. The first one away, the next one at home.
Number 11, Sophie Smee. Number 22, Michaela Carlo. And rounding out the starting five, number 23, Ella Pigliano. The natural instinct as is by Robert Marshall and Megan Hole. Now, we are starting off in a sophomore, double zero, Emily Alvarez. A senior, number 3, Brianna Davis. A senior, number 5, Natalie Stempley. A sophomore, number 13, Melanie Skyler. And rounding out the starting five, for the Greenway, freshman number 25, Claire Coulthard. The head coach in second season is Chris McKee. He is assisted tonight by Cody Taylor and Wazowski.
All right, Michael, introductions are done. All it's left to do is play the game. And we talked about before, what's the magic number for Holy Name they need to get to tonight to win?
Well, looking at their stats there, I would have to say 50 would be their magic number to get to overtake this Padua team. And for them, they've won every game they've scored 50 points in, so see if they can't keep that going.
And lost every game they haven't scored 50 in. They put up 49, 30, and 42 in the losses, and the wins 63, 55, 65, and 54. That Buckeye win, only allowing 8 points, the least amount of points they allowed in a game since, here's a throwback for you, Michael, since they played St. Peter Chanel High School, a school that closed 10 years ago in a penultimate and final matchup with them. I don't think we're going to have any record-setting days on the defensive side today, but offensive, you never know. Rebound, off the tip-off goes to the Bruins, and we are underway. Padua trying to get a quick start here, try to get some momentum as Holy Name has proven themselves to do better down the stretch. And over and back to begin the game. So Holy Name has an opportunity for really the first time this year to start off hot in the first quarter, as they have struggled in the early stages of the opening frame. Mitch will give it to Claire Coulthard. Coulthard averaging 12.4 points per game on the year so far for Holy Name. She has been a star. You can say in the making, but I believe already a star as it is. Simon drives, kicks out. Coulthard for three. No good off the side of the rim, bounces out. And each team trades possessions. It's back to Padua. Holy Name playing a press a little bit here. And to give a little bit of shade as they let the Bruins take it up here. Hand to Spade to the corner. A three for Figliano, no good. Tipped around, taking it outside the arc by the Bruins. Spade fighting for it against Stibley, but Stibley corrals. Coulthard driving to the rim, puts it up. No good, but they'll give it a foul on the shot. Will send Coulthard to the line for two.
Yeah, like the aggression, keep pushing the ball to the hoop there.
One of the grievances with Holy Name this year for the girls team, they don't like to drive to the rim at all. They just like to spot up, shoot from outside the arc, kind of drive and just stop.
Yeah, don't be complacent with a three here. I mean, be aggressive, get the ball inside.
Holy Name opens the scoring for the charity stripe. I mean, the free throw line has played a big impact in most of the games we've seen this year. Especially North Ridgeville. If Holy Name connected on more of their shots, maybe they won that game. That one falls for Coulthard. So Holy Name starts perfect, 2 for 2, up 2-0. Right, Payek's going to take it up here on the left side, driving inside the paint to kick out. Corral, the fake there by Carrio. It's blocked, I believe, at least well defended, as Mitch fights for it. She is ripped to the ground. But a jump ball is the call, and it sends it back Holy Name's way. So far, a minute 9 in. The only points coming from the charity stripe, none from the field quite yet, as Padua is pressing.
you're holding in, gotta get the ball up the court here.
That one pokes out, but will stay with the Green Wave. It'll be Brianna Minch to inbound. The senior so far this year, 2.4 points per game. Usually she makes her impact known from beyond the arc. Cole John, the only scorer to take it up on the near side for Holy Name. Stibley in the corner, drives inside to kick out, backcourt, they'll beat over and back. So each team in the first minute and a half has committed a backcourt violation over the back, whatever you want to call it.
A lot of turnovers.
And there's your first line substitution here as Holy Name's second unit comes in.
Trying to keep fresh bodies in there, yeah.
You got two big men in Rudolph and Williams. You got Cartagena, who's been good from beyond the arc. Rispoli, good at driving, and Forgosh, good at corralling in boards. A give and go for the Bruins. The drive by Rapeg, inside picked by Layla Rudolph, and a travel by Rudolph gets it right back to the Bruins. Sloppy start for both teams.
Unnecessary turnovers.
So now Rapeg to take it to the baseline inbound here. A young Padua squad in here. You got a junior, two freshmen, and two sophomores in to start.
Well, for both teams, Holy Name has a little bit older, but for Padua, especially, they're a really young team, and with a young core, probably with a bright future.
Oh, that's the glass, no good. Blocked by Williams and a foul. So Padua might get their first points like Holy Name did from the line. So two fouls so far, both of them being on shots. It will send Allie Tonsing to the line for two. Her first. Unlike Cole Johns, it doesn't fall. Spade comes back after getting some instructions. That one good for Tonsing. So the Bruins go 1 for 2. Holy Name has an advantage. Rispoli amid the heat gets it up court. Cartagena bobbles on it, falls, and hands it right back to the Bruins. They have a chance to take their first lead. They drive down the right side of the court to settle with it. Carrio looking for some help amid the double team by Rispoli and Forgosh. Rispoli gets a piece of it, but Padua keeps possession. In the corner on three for Figliano. No good. Board corralled in by Forgosh as she hands it to Layla Rudolph. Rudolph trying to get rid of it. And Padua takes it back. Can they make Holy Name pay for it? No, they cannot at that time, but that one they do. Off the glass and in for the Bruins. So all three of the points come from Allie Tonsing as the Bruins are on a 3-0 run and have a chance to make it more as Williams tips it out of play to get it back to the Bruins. And that makes a change for Coach Petiti as he subs in a new 5.
Yeah, 1 minute session for those 5. Just give us starters a rest and bring them right back in.
The whole starting unit back in here. Like I said earlier, you're going to see a lot of these kind of lines reminiscent of hockey, as Coach Petiti has a couple different squads he likes to rotate throughout the game. Carrio tripped by Simon, that's going to get called, her first. Not necessarily a lot of fouls. 3 so far in the first 3 minutes. Yeah, it's a decent amount. The side base has been more on the turnovers, and there's still turnovers, but just I would call them mental errors. The travels, the backcourts.
They're all turnovers.
Cole John a steal. Speaking of turnovers, hands it out. Simon, the mid-range. It's good. Hornets' first field goal of the evening gives them back the lead. And a foul right away against Stibley, her first. So Hornet getting a little aggressive right off of the inbound.
Playing a zone press here.
Both teams opted to begin the game with a
These
little
two
press.
guys up top here just try to run after the ball, and the other 3 defend too. And that's going to be Hawaii's possession. That's all you want them to do: make a stupid pass or turn the ball over, make a long pass that you can intercept for a bucket.
The main thing I've noticed is if you apply any pressure to either team, they seem to almost crumble. Any pressure applied.
Yeah, and you're seeing pressure applied both ways, so it's just a team who can set up their offense, really.
Well, Cole John stays in the fire, so she'll go to the line for her second trip. She went 2 for 2 the last time, but Cole John seems to be the exception to the rule. Padua's second, so now 5 combined fouls. 2 of them, I believe, coming in the last half minute. That one good by Coljon, so she is perfect from the line. All 3 points coming from it. Now stepping in for the Bruins is Allie Ornis. Still haven't seen any seniors. There's only 2 on this Padua roster. Your seniors being number 34, Alyssa Hellman, and number 21, Anna Girding. So now they're correcting the foul. So that should be her first now. It's on Rypaic, not on Cario. There's a little bit of slight confusion at the beginning of the game. Colton misses that one, so she's 3 for 4 from the line. Pointing up by 2 as Padua looks to get back on the offensive and restore at least a tie game. Colton is still applying the pressure as Padua kicks it. The corner 3 for Cario. No good. Board corralled. And a foul on the shot. Spade forcing the contact, so now she'll go to the line for 2 of her own. So now up steps Sophia Spade. You're going to need her to have a big night if you're Padua to get a victory. And it starts off well for her. She sinks her first shot. Thompson subs back into the game now for Ornis. She goes 1 for 2 from the line, but grabs the board, tries to play it across. Minch gets it. And they're gonna give it a jump ball, and it will stay with the Bruins. Nice job there by the Bruins just to engage long enough to get the call and keep it with them. On the inbound, taken outside the arc, Figliano kicks, Spade the 3. Airballed into the hands of Claire Coljon. There's your first involvement of freshman versus freshman, and a second one goes to the Bruins as Spade gets the steal. Still to the ground, but it doesn't matter. Padua takes back possession on the steal by Sophia Spade. They each have 1. Floated there by Ornos. She's fouled. Well, she'll go to the line for 2.
They foul the quarter.
So now Willingham has 5. So for the next half quarter, any foul will send Padua to the line.
And that's what could really hurt them in this game. You really got to limit Padua's offense. They haven't been able to be very strong on offense all year, so really play their game there and prevent them. And don't send them to the line to give them free shots.
The first of the 2 seniors, Anna Girding, checks in for the Bruins. That one also off the front of the rim, so the Bruins are now 2 for 6. Tipped out of play, and it will remain with the Bruins. So a lot of
second chance opportunities for the
there
Bruins.
you go.
Yeah.
I was
You got to find a body if you're holding in. Move somebody around.
Ornis hands near the out-of-bounds line, under the rim. Figliano goes up and down in the air, no good. But that one falls for Figliano.
Look at that, second chance points, good ball movement. Able to find the open man.
So amid the press, Hohenheim must get it up court, down by 1. Simon, a new line is set to check in for the Green Wave at the next stoppage. Stibley gives Coljon. Coljon and Simon with all 5 Hohenheim points. The kick to the corner, Stibley blocked out of bounds by Allie Tonsing. It remains with Hohenheim, but there's your first rejection of the evening. As the new line checks in, Michael, what are your thoughts on that kind of rotation?
It's just something different. I mean, it keeps trying to keep the starters fresh, clearly. So, I mean, maybe you'll see a difference there later in the game where they'll come back and because Padua's had their starting 5 in all day, or the whole game. So, you see, William will be a little fresher and move a little more in the 4th quarter.
That 3 off kilter by Simzak, her first involvement of the game as Padua works in transition. And it's good! From the ground is Forgosh, not set. It works for the Bruins as they now lead by 3. Simzak, travel. Turnover, send it back to the Bruins.
Yeah, a lot of turnovers. We don't even, you turn the ball over, you don't even have a chance to get a shot on the rim. You got to give yourself a chance.
A lot of turnovers for Hohenheim. A lot of their players averaging over 2 a game. A couple of them nearing that 4. Inside the arc, Figliano kick out. Nice move there by Rypek. Off kilter 3, however. Figliano tries to keep it in, but her foot was on the baseline when she touched it. It's Hohenheim ball. So 5 in now for the Green Wave is Rudolph Rispoli. Speaking of Rispoli, that one bobbled. Tomczyk fighting for Simzak as well. Jump ball, send it back Hohenheim's way. Outside of them, you also have Forgosh and Williams in the game. Corregina check in now for Rudolph. For the Bruins, you have Tonzing along with Girding, Figliano, Rypek, and finally Ornis. Corregina looking to inbound it. Rispoli fighting for it. Ripped away by Rypek. It's on the ground again, and we should have trading jump balls. So this one remains with the Bruins as they inbound it on the baseline with 2:43 to play in the opening period. Inbound there. Ornis blocked by Williams. Can Hohenheim turn defense into offense? Rispoli diving on it. Tries to avoid going back court. Michael, I thought you saw it went back court. I thought it did too. Padua still trying to. Rispoli goes to the ground. Not a call again. Bounces out of play. It remains with the Bruins. So that's the second one where it looked like someone may have been
She
set.
got smoked.
So originally it looked like they were going to give Hohenheim possession, but now they're giving it back to the Bruins. Koljan quickly stepping in for Hohenheim. It appears Rispoli shaken up after the hit. The inbound here from Rypek. Rypek gets it off the pass from Tonzing. No good off the side of the rim. The putback by Figliano is also no good, but she gets another chance for some points. That one also off kilter, kicked out. Some 4 chance points now for the Bruins. Driving is Rypek, no good. Hohenheim finally gets some semblance of possession, and Simzak stands in the flare, gets fouled, and Hohenheim takes it back. A lot of bouncing around on the ball. And now here comes the line substitution for Hohenheim. A couple subs being made by the Bruins as well. So now Hohenheim down by 3. If I'm not mistaken, Michael, no triples tonight by either team.
No, really. I mean, Hohenheim hasn't really had a lot of offensive possessions to get the ball down the court.
Simon hands it out. Koljan, can she get the first 3 of the game? No good. Tipped out of bounds off of Stibley's hands. It goes back to the Bruins. Now checking in is Sophia Spade. Hohenheim, they're used to a slow start in the first quarter. This is a game you got to avoid that. You got to get things back on track soon. Pretty much every game that we've covered of Hohenheim girls basketball, whoever wins the first half ends up winning the game as a whole. That one just tipped out of play, so Padua just inbounds it a little bit further up the court. Inbound by Tonzing, corralled by Girding. Back to Tonzing on the right side, and she goes from right to left. Majoris Kimmich trying to get it Spade inside the arc, hit, and that will send Girding to line the foul against Koljan. Padua 2 for 6 from the line, look to improve their numbers here. Girding's first. Off the rim and in. Took a trip from the rim to the backboard and then finally hits the nylon. So Padua now has a 4-point advantage as they look to make it 5. It will remain at 4. Board corralled by Stibley as Hohenheim has some work to do with around 100 seconds to play in the opening period. Driving down the right side, Koljan. And she, once again, draws a foul. So all now it will be 6 foul shots by Hohenheim come courtesy of drives by Claire Koljan.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Hohenheim, I would keep that going. I mean, they're gonna get into foul trouble eventually, so you might as well just keep doing that.
Hohenheim still having more fouls committed overall. Koljan's first. It falls, so she is now 4 for 5 from the line. So with a few less shots, she has more buckets made than Padua from the charity stripe. Can she go 5 for 6? She can. 5 out of 6 made from the charity stripe. That's a pretty good numbers, Michael.
Pretty impressive, but that's how she's averaging almost 13 points per game.
I don't think we've seen that good of a start from a team in a little while. That should have been a travel, not called, but Hohenheim gets it back. Minch down the court, Skipley in transition. Speed fights back, Skipley makes them both miss. And that one's given a travel back to the Bruins. I think they flipped them, Michael.
Well, I mean, that's a travel too, but you got to call the first one too.
So Padua catches a break on the fast break, and they get back to work down, or up by 2. No one up court, Spade, Rudolph trailing back. Majoris can't get a piece of it, tips around, no good. The putback by Spade, also no good, tips around. Emily Majoris corrals it in for Hohenheim as they now look to get back to work. Simon, trailed by Spade, another pickpocket by the freshman, and the jump ball keeps it with the green wave. Well, Sophia Spade has done an excellent job. It's not been offensively, but defensively, gotten a hand in there on plenty of namers trying to take the ball to the court just from behind. So as of right now, my halftime notes are limit second chance opportunities and watch your back.
Yeah, and if you're holding aim, that guy behind you has to say, oh, there's a guy coming behind you, on your left there.
That one no good by Majoris.
So you know that there's someone coming behind you because you can't see behind you.
So now Padua in transition. Townsend rejected by the rim, and it'll go to the green wave. So now 45 seconds remain in the first quarter. Hohenheim finds themselves down by 2. Majoris on the inbound. Near Hohenheim's bench, gives to Minch. Rispoli kind of going in a 6-man role. Takes out the court. She's still looking for her first points of the evening. Kicks. Majoris the 3. First triple of the night goes to the green wave. They lead for the first time in a little while. Ellie Majoris, she's been good from downtown this year. 6 another. Girding can't answer. Board by Rudolph. This could be your turning point for Hohenheim. Let's slow it down here. Let's slow it down. They're not going to slow it down. She drives. And a blocking foul. Oh, I don't know about that one. I don't think she was set, Michael. I don't know about that one.
It could have gone either way. They always lean towards the block, though. They always lean towards the block.
This will be the first free throws taken of the game for Hohenheim, not by Claire Coljon. Hohenheim up by 1. Hohenheim 5 for 6 from the line thus far. It continues. Make them 6 for 7. If you'd have told me most of Hohenheim's points come to charity stripe, I wouldn't have believed you.
They got to share the shooting percentage in the line with the boys team.
There we go. There's 7 for 8. Reminiscent of the Lou West run. Did not think I would be saying the bread and butter of Hohenheim today would be free throws.
That's why it's called the charity stripe. They're supposed to be free points for you.
And for the most part, they have been. Padua, they're going to drive. They're not taking the last shot as of right now, but they might be as they're going to look to slow it down. Rudolph trying to get a piece of it. Spade inside the paint, kicked out. They need to get a shot off quickly. Floater at the buzzer, no good. So Hohenheim's defense holds off one last time. They get 12-9 going in the second. So we'll take our first break of the evening as Hohenheim up by 3 over arch rivals Padua. You're watching Hohenheim versus Padua basketball on your home for all Hohenheim sports, Hohenheim Athletics YouTube. Second quarter of play about to begin here at Hohenheim High School as courtesy of an Emily Majoris 3, Hohenheim finds themselves up 12-9 over the Bruins. If you're just tuning in, I am Nathan Smee. Alongside me, Michael Oleksik. Michael, an impressive first quarter by the Green Wave, especially from the charity stripe. What do they need to do to keep up this form and hopefully go into the half with a lead?
Well, I mean, just keep driving to the basket. You'll keep drawing fouls, so keep that going, and you should be able to stay hot from the line.
They're going to need to stay hot from the line in order to have success. So 7 of 12 from the line for the Green Wave of their points. That one stays with the Bruins.
Yeah, heads up basketball play there, hitting it off a Bruin or a Holy Name leg. Go out of bounds and get better possession.
So Townsend will work with it. She has 3 of the Bruins' 9. What a pass inside the arc, and good off the glass by Rapek to make it now a 1-point game. Press being used. Cartagena tips it, but Rudolph gets in the right place to keep it with the Green Wave. Still being double teamed. Rispoli on the right side takes it in. Cartagena now has it, looking for some help. Gives. Rudolph pumps. She'll drive. Clobbered, and that will send her to the line for 2. So Padua commits the first foul of the second quarter. But Holy Name, they just need to convert from the charity stripe. They've done an excellent job of it so far today. 7 for 8, the best showing they've had all year from the charity stripe. Rudolph sets up for her first. That one, no good. Holy Name now 7 for 9 from the line. Rudolph second. Also no good, so Holy Name now 7 for 10, missing 2. Williams fighting for it, sends Figley out onto the ground, but now here comes Padua in transition. Spade with 2 behind her, tries kicking it away. Cartagena gets a hand in there. Spade rips it back. Pumped by the Bruins, the drive by Rapek. No good. Nice pass up court. Forgosh cannot do any of it. She is pickpocketed by the Bruins.
And you see another 5-person sub check in, and timeout Padua.
So Holy Name not putting up any points from the charity stripe, but they've had plenty of success. Only up 12-11 now against the Bruins as they open the scoring of the quarter via a shot from Rapek off the glass. We'll take a break here. Holy Name up by 1. .6:55 left to go in the first half of play at Holy Name High School. Is the Green Wave up 12-11 over the Padua Bruins. If you're just tuning in, I am Nathan Smee. Alongside me, Michael Oleksik. Yeah, that's over the line. That's Holy Name ball. They had to do nothing to earn it.
Turnover.
Turnovers has been the main story of this game so far, Michael. That and Holy Name's success from the charity stripe. Inbound will go to Coljohn as she looks to work it up the court. Coljohn, all 5 of her points so far today come courtesy of the line. And she draws an opportunity for 2 more from the line. So these will be her 7th and 8th attempts earned out of 12 from the charity stripe. The other 4 coming courtesy of Layla Rudolph.
And the line, shooting 2, Claire Coljohn.
Coljohn sets up to get ready for her first. It's good. Holy Name now 8 for 11 from the line. Coljohn looks to sink the second one. No good there, now 8 for 12 from the line. So Coljohn has only missed 2 of her free throws so far today, but her performance getting 6 has been good enough to give Holy Name a lead thus far. Spade to tie it. She does! Floater outside of the paint. Makes it 13-all. Padua's press trying to force an error, and there is one potentially. Holy Name lucky that Townsend got a piece of it as they will keep it. Padua making some substitutions here as Jada subs in for the first time. Then trucking traffic, inbounds it to Koljan. Near Padua's bench, she has 6, leading both sides. Stibley looking for someone to get open, finds Majoris, who has 3, courtesy of a 3-ball. Bench, no good. Taken in by Raipei to take it up the right side. Padua, opportunity for their first lead of the second quarter. Spade sets up, what a pass inside. Figliano can't convert. Thrown out of bounds by Koljan. It will remain with the Bruins on a prime opportunity by Figliano to give an advantage. Just too powerful a shot.
Complete defensive breakdown. I was nobody within 5 to 15 feet of her.
No one's in a Walmart parking lot. Spade shot, no good off the front of the rim. Bounces right back to her. So here's some more second chance points potentially. The 3 there by Tomzing, also off the mark.
Foul there, over the back.
Bounce over the back. There it is. Getting it back to Hohenan. It would have been their ball pretty much regardless.
Yeah, I think the foul's for.
Hate to use the word unnecessary foul, but unnecessary foul.
You can say that about all of them now, so that's the whole point. That's the whole point of them.
Unless you're intentionally fouling.
Yeah,
And that's your purpose. There you go. It's in the name. So Padua has 3 fouls so far. It's kind of flipped. Koljan, what a pass to Williams. Off the glass, no good. Tips around Williams for putback. Falls to Williams to take a second chance, but she puts it away for Hohenan to retake their lead. Spade being double teamed by Koljan, and Simon tips away to Majoris. Can Hohenan put some points together in succession? Minch, Koljan, she loads from 3. It's good! Claire Koljan's first from the field. She has 9. Timeout, Padua. Well, Michael, that's flipping the script.
Yeah, right there. See, look, you get yourself some offensive possessions, you open up a little bit of a lead for yourself.
In Claire Koljan's first rivalry game against the Bruins, has 9 in the first half. Hohenan, with 5:17 to go in the first half, finds themselves up 5 over arch rivals, Padua Franciscan. .5:20 to play in the first half. Hohenan currently on a 5-0 run as they are now up 18-13 over the Padua Bruins as they have a chance for some more as Minch the steal off the tip by Ornis. Hohenan out of the last time out seems like a team reborn. Rispoli from downtown. It's good!
I really like the more fast-paced basketball for them. They're able, Padua doesn't look like they like that.
The boys are the complete opposite. You like them to slow things down. Padua avoids the kill shot and Jada puts it in off the glass.
But they're playing good on offense, so let's keep pushing the ball up the court. They found a way to break the press, push the ball up the court. It's a 2-on-1.
George from downtown. No good off the front of the rim. Williams fights for it over Jada. Jump ball.
Here.
Hohenan seems to have flipped a switch and turned things on, especially from outside the arc. We were on a minute to go in the first. No threes. Now 3 of them have been made, all by different people. So Hohenan up by 6, looking to make it more. Simzak on the inbound, trying to drive, kicks out. Rispoli on the weak side, right, takes it. Simzak driving to the left, floater off the glass, no good. Taken by Rispoli, the putback, also no good. Williams, the third chance, no good. Tipped away, Williams hits it out of bounds, and it will go back to the Bruins. So the defense holds up after 3 shots.
Yeah, now Hohenan getting those second chance opportunities, and they've really controlled the tempo of the second quarter. They've had the ball on offense, I feel, quite a bit longer than Padua. Where I feel Padua controlled the tempo of the first quarter a lot more.
So it'll be Jada here to inbound. Claire Koljan attempted to sub in. Now she's going to go back to try to sub in here. I look at for a second, she was about to sub in, and then at the last second, I'm not going to, and then finally back in. Rispolia frees it. She's fighting for it. It's going to bounce around, but the Bruins are able to keep it. Ornis outside the arc, kicks from the line, girding, no good, airballed, and it will go to Rudolph. And Coach Petiti calls a timeout for Hohenan as it's 21-15 in favor of Holy Name with 3:59 to go. We will take a break and be back on in a minute. .359 left to play in the first half. Holy Name up 21-15 over the Bruins. Holy Name will have possession to begin off the inbound.
That was a daring pass.
Coljon the three. No good off the front of the rim. Jada takes the rebound in. She bounces it out of play. There you go. So Holy Name up by 6. Keep possession. But so far today, it's been one player who's made a big impact for Holy Name. No surprises, Claire Coljon has 9.
Yeah, I mean, that's expected to be great coming out here, and that's what she's shown.
Rudolph on the top of the arc, working against Jada, kicks to the corner, Forgosh. Drives, pickpocketed. Ornes gets it, but chucks it out of play.
Oh, white ball.
And it will stay with Holy Name.
Here.
And look at Ornes chucks it out of bounds. The original steal by Cario was bobbled, as Cartagena now checks it for Forgosh, who got pickpocketed on the last possession. Pulls on inbounds to Rudolph on a run, kicks, no look. Cartagena from 3. It's good! First 3 of the game for the Green Wave. Niamey Cartagena opens her scoring account now. Holy Name's high-paced, high-flying offense has been working the defense. Makes a stop, forcing a travel. So things are starting to change even more in favor of the Green Wave. Holy Name up by 9 now has Mr. Airborne making his presence known in the gym. Coljon driving here against Thompson. Pass inside to Williams. Williams bobbles it. It'll be a jump ball, which means it gives it back to the Bruins. So 3:08 left to go in the first half. Padua has another opportunity here to get some points and try to claw back into this game. And so we haven't seen much of today on the points-wise. Sophia Spade, who's set to check in at the next stoppage. Taking a stoppage, there you go. Turnover gives it back to Holy Name, which will bring 6 substitutions. 5 for the green and white, and 1 for the orange and brown. So Holy Name's 5 now on the court. You have Minch, Coljon, Majoris, Simon, and Sibley for the Bruins. You have Jada, Girding, Spade, Cario, and I'm going to go with Rapetti on a foul there.
Coljon back to the line.
Coljon back to the line. Holy Name has an opportunity to put some more points on and get up by double digits for the first time today. In and out, no good on that one. Substitution by the Bruins here as Takis checks in for the first time, sending Raipet to the sidelines. Coljon looking to make her second. She does. She goes 1 for 2 that time. Gets her to double digits, the first player to do so. And now for the Green Wave, last game we covered, Maura Mahalik got her first bucket for the varsity team. She now checks in for the first time. Spade on the far side, takes it up, drives. No good off the glass, hit out of bounds. And it remains with the Bruins. I don't think anyone for Holy Name was even in the vicinity of the ball when the time was touched. Alas, the ball remains with the Bruins. Inbound here to Jada. And amid the pressure, she draws the foul. That'll be Holy Name's first foul of the quarter with 2:40 to play. Holy Name up by 10. Padua looks to cut into it here. Williams set to check back in for the Green Wave at the next stoppage. Jada has 2 points and it will remain 2. That one, no good. So Williams now checks in. So Padua right now 3 for 9 from the line. 3 for 10 from the line. Williams the board. And a foul there will send Hohenem directly to the line. I don't know if that was intentional or...
No, just trying to get the rebound.
So now Williams has a chance from the line here. This will be Hohenem's 15th and 16th attempts on the line so far, 9 for 14. Make it 9 for 15. That one off the front of the rim, no good to begin by Williams. The second is no good. But someone may have left early. It looks like he'll give the ball back to Padua. But Hohenem 9 for 16 now from the line. Hohenem trying to press the Bruins. Ball taken up court by Girding on the pass by Carrio. Kicks back to her. Spade gives it on her right hand. Jada inside against Williams. No good. Tipped out of play. It'll be Padua ball. Majoris diving to try to keep it in play as she was kind of tripping to the ground, but couldn't keep it in. So it will be Padua ball.
Yeah, great defense there by Williams.
Spade looking inbound here for the Bruins. Gets it outside the arc. Mahalik applying the pressure on Carrio. Jada trying to make a run inside the arc instead, opting for Girding just outside the paint. Taken in by Williams, just extending her arms over Girding to corral it in.
She's just the height there.
Can't teach tall. Makes a chance for a 3. No good. Corralled in with ease by Spade. In transition, here come the Bruins. Sophie Spade. It'll be a blocking foul, sending Spade to the line for 2. Spade so far today has 3 for the Bruins, which I believe is second on the team. So for the Bruins, 3 for 10 from the line. Make it now 4 for 11. So the Bruins now 4 for 11. Try and make it 5 for 12. 4 for 12. Board taking it with ease to Caragina. Caragina near the bench. Kicks it away to Rispoli, driving no one home. And it's good off the glass. Nice job by Rispoli, driving on the right side and using the glass to put it in. Around a minute and a half to play in the first half. That one picked off by Rispoli. Spade takes it for a second. Rispoli kicks. Caragina drives. Spade kicks off out of her. It'll be Hohenem ball with 1:29 to play in the first half.
Yeah, the Green Wave play an interesting type of defense where they kind of just have, they play like a zone where there's 2 people kind of just chase the ball around. And it really works well because they're creating quite a few turnovers and puts pressure on the ball carrier to move the ball quickly.
Rudolph jumps up and grabs that one. No good. Boarded by Tonsing with Williams right behind her. Couldn't corral it in. Spade bobbles it out of play, but it will remain with the Bruins. I believe they're going to say it went off of Cartagena. So now 1:18 left to go in the first half. Padua down by 11. Jada looking to inbound, wide open for 3. In and out, no good by Carrio. That one no good on the putback by Jada. She tries to keep it in play. Williams, I think, tapped it out, and she did. So the 1:10, only around 8 to 10 seconds running off the clock. Hohenem has another inbound to defend. Tonsing to the corner, Spade driving on the baseline, floats it off the side of the backboard, no good. Rudolph, crossover, keeps possession, gives, Rispoli kicks out. Cartagena pumps the 3 now over Jada. No good. Taken in by Rispoli. Cartagena moves. Jada gets a piece of it, and it will remain with the Green Wave. Jada freed it. Hohenem has Cartagena, Rudolph, Coljohn, Rispoli, and Williams in. your breakdown is you got 2 sophomores, 1 freshman, and 2 seniors. No good by Coljon. Blocked down on a shot by Cartagena. Hand in there by Ali Tonsing. But Holy Name gets it right back. Williams driving to the rim. And that one hit away from her, a foul.
It looks like somebody here, there should have been a kickball violation because they were just kind of trying to hit somebody's foot and they went flying back.
Yeah, Michael, you'll get that. You'll get that. Basketball, kickball, and they're similar enough. Williams not going to the line for 2. Holy Name 9 for 16 as of now so far. She now 10 for 17 overall. Holy Name up 28-16. And the difference in this game, Michael, has been the free throws.
Yeah, really.
4 compared to 10. Big difference there.
Holy Name's been able to keep their offensive possession and drive the ball inside. Full timeout Padua, maybe? No? Oh.
That one no good for the second time.
Violation, yeah.
So does that shot not count then?
Yeah, that shot wouldn't count.
So now Holy Name 10 for 15 as we correct the stat from the last time it happened. Tips out of play. It will be Padua ball. The only other time we've seen that was Chris Camargo stepping over the line at Riverside. But 2 attempts to the line. That's something that'll be an emphasis point at halftime. But 28-16, Holy Name, they can easily just hold the ball until half. But if recent history is to show anything, they're going to drive it pretty quick. What did I say? Driving.
They're a very fast-paced offense.
That one, no good by Simon. Williams trying to get it, but that will toss Tonsing to the ground. It's Padua ball. Yeah, no way Holy Name was getting away with that one. Tonsing got absolutely tossed.
We're playing rugby.
A lot of physicality. Michael, bad basketball ideas. Instead of a tip-off, you have a little bit of scrap in the middle. Get all hand on the ball, see whoever gets it, survival of the fittest. That'd be kind of fun to see, though. It goes back to Holy Name. The picture, Andrew Cole going in for a scrap, trying to rip the ball away. Just get that picture in your head right now. Get that in there. Tell me that it would not be entertaining.
That would be very physical, to say the least.
That's one way to put it, Michael.
There would be a lot of injuries on that.
It'll be fine. Just give them the Aaron Rodgers treatment. They'll be just fine. One last chance for points. They need to get up court quick. Coljon, Rudolph needs to pull a prayer. She can't. She goes to the ground. And that will send both teams to the locker. A mere score at the half. Holy Name 28, Padua 16. We'll be back on from the break to bring you an update and get you ready for the second half. You are watching Holy Name versus Padua girls basketball on your home for all Holy Name sports. Holy Name Athletics YouTube. back from the half here at Holy Name High School. It's 28-16 in favor of the Green Wave. If you're just tuning in, I am Nathan Smee alongside me, Michael Oleksik. Michael, Holy Name played well in the first half as Claire Coljon will go to the line to begin the second half.
Right there's the story of their second quarter right there. Sending Claire Coljon to the line.
Don't even need to ask you what they need to do in the second half. They just need to convert from the line. That's all they pretty much have to do.
Yeah, be aggressive on offense, pile up the offensive possession, be aggressive going to the hoop.
And no line violations, too.
Yeah.
Coljon sinks her first. She now has 11 points on the night. Coljon lining up for her second, looking to start the second half perfect from the line. She does. So Holy Name now up 30-16 over the Padua Bruins. To begin things, Padua, they need some offensive explosions if they want to get back in this game. Tonsing kicks to the side, back to Sophia Spade. Outside the arc, Cario working off the screen, set by Spade. Rypaic drives, floats it up, no good. The putback will go in by Figliano. So Padua now evens it with Holy Name in the second half. Majoris, high point, gets it. Padua wants to travel, Majoris taken to the ground, and it will be a jump ball, giving the possession back to the Bruins. So Padua coming out with plenty of aggression to begin the second half as they look to get back into the ways they began the game. Spade, that one off the front of the rim, no good. Board by Coljon. Coljon keeps it amid the pressure by Tonsing. Stibley fakes, gives outside the arc. Coljon, who has 11. Gives it to Nalani Simon. She's going to drive against Tonsing. Blocked. No shot, but a travel on Nalani Simon sends it back to the Bruins. So Holy Name already 2 turnovers to begin the second half. Cario's going to kick it to Spade. Spade driving, and she will be fouled now. So Padua will go to the line for 2. Padua trying to inch their way back into this game.
Yeah, down by 12. Got to make something happen on offense. They really have struggled ever since that first quarter.
Spade has 4 so far. Make it 5.
Yeah, and as our leading scorer, I mean, expect her to really try to get the ball and push the ball up the court and be the spark this offense needs.
And Padua, they're not a high-scoring team by any stretch of the imagination, averaging 40.1 a game. And allowing giving up 50, Holy Name 20 away from that one. Spade goes 1 for 2 from the line, but kept in. Padua for 3 points on his possession. They can't convert it, but they still will have another opportunity as Rispoli and Williams tip it out of play. So now Padua down 11 has a chance to get it just a little bit closer. You don't need it all on one possession. Outside the arc, Cario has Forgosh on her, working on a screen set by Tonsing. Tonsing now takes a kicks outside the arc, an overlapping run, gives it to Cario. Back to the original intended target, Rypaic, who has Rispoli guarding her. Drives between her and Forgosh, floats it up, and a foul will send Padua to the line once again. So Holy Name coming out of the second half as they did in the first, a little sloppy.
Yeah, and in that second quarter, they were able to take the lead. They played real clean basketball, very few fouls, had a nice long offensive possessions, really controlled the tempo of the half, of the quarter.
That one no good by Padua, so now they are 5 for 15 from the line. The second will fall. So Rypaic makes 1 for 2. And Padua now down by 10. When they look to get the ball up court, and out of play, they remain with the Green Wave. A nice little pickpocket, but it stays with Forgosh and the green and white. Rispoli to take it up the court here with a press greeting her. Spade along with Tonsing. Rispoli tries getting up, but a steal. No, she falls on it. Tries kicking it out. Padua falling on it. It bobbles to Rudolph. Somehow it stays with the Green Wave. Kicks, but Padua takes it in the end. Tonsing on the end of it. Rudolph trying to free it, but she can't. So Padua, prime opportunity for some points. Carry out the 3. It's good! Padua within 7. Padua, originally appointed in favor of Holy Name. All right, Padua, this is your opportunity to get back in the game.
Mental air. Just some mental air.
If they score on this possession, I think Coach TD calls timeout. Rapea kicks it outside the arc. Cario, who drilled the 3 moments ago. Far side, Tonzing passes inside the floater there by Figliano. Bounces around the rim, no good. Corralled in by Stilley, being double teamed. Jump ball, gives it back to Holy Name. So Holy Name's defense makes a big stop and stops the bleeding, down 7. Coljon, up court, Majoris being pressed by Tonzing, beats it. Stibley open in the corner, she fakes. Being pickpocketed, it bounces around. The Bruins take it, it's their ball. A little bit of a rough going here from the Greenway, the foul on Simzak. Or Coljon, correction. So that's Coljon's third. She's now in a little bit of foul trouble. If Padua gets her to foul out, it's Padua's game to win at that point.
Yeah, for sure. She's got to play smart here.
Kind of similar to Drew Steyer's down the stretch yesterday, getting some fouls down late in the game. Floater, no good. Trying to fight for it, but it's tipped out of play. Holy Name gets it back. So Holy Name's defense once again makes a stop. And now the offense needs to do something with it. Tipped right back. It stays with Holy Name, but Simon almost touched it. Inbound Majoris. Padua trying to do a double teaming press. Simzak being pressured. It goes back to Tonzing and the Bruins. Spade over Simon. No good. Get back to Spade. That one will fall for Sophia Spade. Making now a 5-point advantage for Holy Name.
Yeah, they're just unable to break the press right now and giving Padua some easy buckets.
And now a chance. And now out of the hands of the Bruins. Rapea turns it back over to the Green Wave. There was their opportunity to make it a 1-possession game. It was gift wrapped. But Rapea bobbles it out of play.
Yeah, Holy Name's just been able to break the press. So you got to change something up.
You just got to go back to what you did well in that second quarter. Minch trying to inbound. Gives to Simon. Simon being double teamed. Now they break the press. Coljon drives. No good. Pressure gets to her as Figliano gets it. Padua working in transition. Spade. Simon set. She was not. Now we hold his 4th foul of the quarter. And once again, for the second of 3 quarters, Holy Name has no fouls to give. With really...
Yeah, and that's why they've struggled this quarter, honestly.
Well, they're saying that's on the shot? I guess so. So that will send Spade to the line. She has 7. Her first is good. So Padua now down by 4. That one bounces around the world and in for the Bruins. Now a 3-point game. First 1-possession game since the early stages of the second quarter. But a foul there, we'll give it back to Holy Name. Thompson committing it. Padua on an 11-2 run this quarter. Coljon taking it up here. She has 12. She hit from behind. It's a steal. We're not going to give anything else clean for sure. Rapea to make it a 1-point game. She cannot. Rebound by Minch. Jump ball. Keystone with the Bruins. Nice job by Padua getting in there and getting a hand on the ball just enough time.
Yeah, Holy Name's defense has got a hold here.
11-2 Padua run. Inbound. Figliano driving. Puts it up. It's a 1-point game. 13-2 run for the Bruins. And Padua's just in the lead. They know it's blocked out of play, but it'll remain with the Bruins.
I can hear the slap from up here.
But Padua has another opportunity to take the lead for the lead. No good off the front of the rim. Spade, her opportunity to give them the lead. She does. 15-2 Padua run. Timeout, Coach Catini. Padua erupts. The Bruins have awakened from their slumber, up 31-30. 15-2, Padua run, sees them up 31-30 over the Green Wave. If you're just tuning in, I am Nathan Smee alongside me, Michael Oleksik. Big different game as it goes back to the Bruins. It's been all Padua since the second half began. What's going wrong?
Holy really too many turnovers, too many fouls, and they've really been unable to break the press, and that's what's been creating those turnovers. And that's leading for Padua to get easy buckets because they already have the ball in their half of the court.
And second chance opportunities too. Rapay barely keeping your feet in bounds. That's a foul. That will send Padua to the line for 2. And any foul preceding it, sending them to the line for 2. Rudolph will check in, but Michael, Padua's clawed their way back in. To counter side, they've played well, and they've exploited what Holy Name has not been able to do well. That one no good. But if Padua wins this game, your player of the game might be the coach in the locker room for whatever adjustments he made. I mean, you're talking about a 15-2 turnaround.
Well, they've just been able to create turnovers on defense, really. That's all it is.
Padua over 2 from the line. Holy Name trying to retake the lead. Coljon with 12. She's trying to drive inside, being quadruple team essentially. She gets the board, puts it back again. And she's following the shot, so she'll go to the line now for 2. So the Bruins and the Green Wave trade trips to the charity stripe. And Coljon, who's made her presence known from the line, was to go back to her old friend and try to give Holy Name back the lead. Coljon setting up for her first. It's good. Holy Name ties it back up. So it's 31-all with 3:41 left to play in the third. This game looking to be a tight finish down the stretch. Williams as well checking at the next stoppage. Holy Name leads again. Coljon 2 for 2, and once again bails out the Green Wave. She has 14 of the 32. Padua making some changes here. Girding checks in for them, setting up Ella Figliano. Padua, they've had an offensive explosion this half. I think I said a couple minutes ago, all they need is explosive possessions on offense, and they're good. They've been doing just fine at that. Spade for the lead again. No good. Board by Thompson, but a foul on Holy Name. Sends it to the baseline. It will send it to the line once they reconvene.
It's going to be on Coljon, too, so.
Michael, they're sending him to the baseline. Now they're sending him to the line. There we go. About to say, that's has to be the 6th foul of the quarter. There we go. That's under the line this time. Majoris now to sub in at the next stoppage. Padua 2 gives them back the lead. 1 ties it. Tie game once again. Padua overall 9 for 20 on the night. If they do drop this game, we kind of pinpoint where it went wrong.
Yeah, and Claire Coljon forced to sub out after giving up her 4th foul.
That's
so
her 4th.
You got to keep her for later in that 4th quarter.
Should not be walking in eggshells the rest of the game. They go 1 for 2. Tie game. Padua with the board, however. Fighting for it is Majoris. Jump ball. Gives it back to Holy Name. There you go. Not committing a foul. Not doing anything too crazy. But Holy Name gets new life. All right, Michael. So now who needs to step up for the Green Wave? Now that Coljon really should be using a sparing role down the stretch.
Yeah, I like how they got it.
Maybe we see Natalie Stibley step up the senior.
I was thinking that. I was thinking, really haven't seen her much tonight. Now would be a perfect time for her to get some involvement. As well as Rispoli, who has 5. Get her to step up here. But as well, I believe Majoris. She has 1 3. Why can't she get another? Majoris, the floater over Girding. No good. That one corralled in, but a jump ball gives it back to the Bruins. There we go. Their coach is loving it. Coach Jake Lance being animated on the sideline. He has been giving his opinion on the side, especially the second half. He's been really animated. Not on the same level as Coach Patton, but still kind of getting some enslavement out there, as you see Coach Patton do many times. Tonzing outside the arc for the lead. It's good! Once again, Cario gives the Bruins a 3-point lead. The press, Holy Name trying to break it down. Rudolph gives it Simon down the middle. Simon kicks. Rispoli to the left side. Puts up a 3 to tie it. No good off the side of the rim, taken by Cario. And now Padua slows it down right peg to take it off the court here.
And for Holy Name to break this press, they got to keep their dribble. They keep picking the ball up unnecessary early. Just keep your dribble going so you have an option to move with the ball.
Padua just breaks that one. Williams hit the piece, but blocked by Williams. Holy Name lucky not to call for a foul. And now here you go in transition. Rispoli over the shoulder. Sits out by Spade. It will remain with Holy Name, but Sophia Spade trails back and pokes a three. Stibley and Sarah Abraham, it looks like, checking in. And for the Bruins, it will be Ali Ornis. So Padua up by 3, courtesy of a 3 by Michelle Cario. Williams to put back off the glass and in. Holy Name within 1. Williams has now 5 on the night. Spade and the Bruins work quickly here. Trying to take one off Holy Name's book with Abraham guarding. Cario now switches with Stibley. Thompson gets the handoff. Ornis just checked back in, plays it, a 3, blocked by Rudolph! Holy Name down by 1, has a chance to take the lead again on his offensive possession. Can defense turn into offense? But George the 3, no good. The putback by Abraham, can score, however. Her first bucket of the night gives Holy Name back the lead. 4-0 run. Rudolph gets a steal, keeps it in, here's Holy Name again. Rudolph, and one for Rudolph! Holy Name flips the script once again! Up by 3 and a chance to make it up by 4. That's a turnaround and a half for Holy Name. 6-0 run.
How the momentum shifted. How you can feel the momentum shifted in this gym.
When Holy Name needs Layla Rudolph to step up, she has this year. 6.4 points per game, 5.6 rebounds. That one off the front of the rim, no good. Now that makes Holy Name 14 for 20 from the line.
Trapper for 3.
There you go. And she gets the steal. There you go. Passes. And a foul before she gets rid of it. So that'll be Padua's 5th outside of the line. But still this year, Rudolph averaging 2.4 steals per game. She has that like, what, 4 or 5 at this point in tonight's contest?
At least.
Eighth Holy Name can get their first victory over Padua since 2020. That's been a little bit different than that 33-31 contest. A little bit different on the offensive. That one good by Rudolph. Holy Name up by 2 possessions again. 2 Bruins check in, subbing out Girding and Tonsing. It'll be Takas along with Raipei. Rudolph sets up for her second. She goes 1 for 2 from the line. And Padua trying to get work. Does she step out of bounds before the foul? No, she does not, I don't think. Foul will be against Holy Name. Why are they going to inbound it? There you go. Why are they going to inbound it? There we go. Now they're sending to the line for 2. There we go. Took a second, but we're there. Sophia Spade at the line. She has 11 on the night. Her first. No good. So the best Padua can do is make it just barely a 1-possession game. Spade sets up for her next. She goes over 2. Forward by the Bruins. They have an opportunity. Jump ball. Travel. No. It's Holy Name ball. Padua not happy with it. For a nice job by Holy Name to force the travel before the jump ball. So even though it's not a jump ball, it's Holy Name ball, nonetheless. Rudolph with a 4-point lead. Let's see what Holy Name can do. Nice pass to Williams. Nice bucket by Ashley Williams.
Inside position.
Holy Name getting back to that form they had.
If you're a defender, you can't let your guy get between in a full timeout paddle. You can't let your defender get between you and the basket.
Padua came out of the half with a vengeance, giving themselves a slight lead, but Holy Name takes it back, up by 6 over the Padua Bruins. 47.5 seconds left to play here in the third. Holy Name up by 6 after coming back from down by as many as 4. Spade looking to drive, kicks to the corner inside the arc to Takis outside there for Spade. It's good!
That cuts it to a one-possession game.
There we go. Sophia Spade makes a nice 3. She now has 14. Rudolph just barely avoids the turnover. Pass inside Williams. Off the glass, no good. The putback is in, however. She now has 9.
Well, hey, you said you were looking for somebody to step up right there. Back-to-back big baskets for Honesty Williams.
Corner for Spade. She can't keep it in play. It's Holy Name ball.
Williams got 6 seconds to make something happen.
You gotta set something up here. You gotta get a good shot off.
Just try to send her way back. See if you can't get. You're gonna have to try to make something happen.
Oh my gosh, it's caught.
Seconds.
It's tipped out of bounds. That will work. It gives Holy Name a better opportunity to inbound.
A better opportunity. Yeah, you gotta make something happen off the inbound. 3.4 seconds.
What a pass down there. The one-hand heave-ho, it works. Pass inside Rudolph, high points at the put-in. Blocked down by Rypick. It sounds the buzzer. Padua avoids the scare at the end of the third. Holy Name up 43-38 over the Bruins. We'll take a break and bring in the final quarter of regulation in this rivalry matchup. One quarter left to play here at Holy Name High School. It's the Green Wave regaining a 5-point slight advantage over the Bruins. If you're just tuning in, I am Nathan Smee alongside me, Michael Oleksik. It's been a back and forth game as Coljon hits that one out of play off of the Bruins. It's Holy Name ball. But Claire Coljon has 14 so far on the night, but 4 fouls. She has to be used sparingly. But Holy Name's had a couple other players step up, namely Honesty Williams, who has 9. But a turnover off the inbound. Padua trying to do what they did towards the end of that third quarter, and towards the middle of it, get some points from outside the arc. Rypea kicks. Carrio for some 3. It's no good. Tipped out by Figliano. It is Holy Name ball. So Rudolph will inbound here. It's her, Majoris, Coljon, Cartagena, and Williams in the game right now for the green and white. Majoris drives for the Green Wave, kicks corner. Cartagena for 3. No good. Bounces back to Coljon. That one also no good. Williams clobbered and fouled. She'll go to the line for 2. Michael, you thought that one was supposed to
Coljon traveled, yeah.
Nonetheless, Holy Name an opportunity to go to the line for 2. Williams looking to get 2 double digits. The second namer to do so if she can. Williams first. That one no good. Holy Name now 15 for 23 from the line. Williams trying to set up here to get to 10 points. Holy Name up by 5. That one goes in. Williams in double figures. Coljon also double figures. Holy Name up 44-38. Spade makes a cut against Rispoli, kicks. Fake out by Carrio, kicks far side, Rypea. Inside, picked off by Williams. Tipped around, but it goes back to Figliano, but back to Williams. Pinball, up court, Rudolph wide open. It's in! Rudolph sends it home.
They're able to get the ball up the court quickly. Padua's not able to set up, and that's how they've opened up this game.
Holy 4 points away from the magic number of 50. Spade, mid-range. No good. Jada going for the rebound, can't get it, but it'll be a foul against Holy, most likely against Williams. Hoping it's Williams, not Coljon. So that'll be her third. So she is now in a little bit of foul trouble along with Coljon. Coljon and Rudolph, though, somehow. It'll be Jada inbound here for the Bruins. Driving as Rapek floats it in. No good. Williams gets up for the board. Over Jada. Hands are Rispoli. Hohenem looking to get back up by double figures for the first time. Starts the second quarter. Mahalik in the quarter kicks. Majoris. High points to Rispoli. Rispoli drives on Rapek. Kicks. What a pass. That one no good by Williams. Tips out of play. It remains with Hohenem. So 46-38, 6:18 left to play. Mensch kicks out, Rispoli, no one home for three. No good. Board corralled in by Figliano of the Bruins. Down by 8, they always to get back to work. Spade kicks, Cario, can't keep it inbounds. It's Hohenem ball. Hohenem did not have to do much, but once again, I'll go back to what I said early on in the game. Apply pressure, these teams seem to fold.
Yeah, they're pressuring them, and they're not giving them free opportunities with lots of turnovers, and that's what saved them.
A foul there against the Bruins, either against Spade or there it is, Rapek. That'll be Rapek's fourth. That'll be the second player with 4. Figliano also has 4 for the Bruins. Well, something to monitor. So Sophie Spade has 0. If for some reason this game goes into overtime, Padua's best player will not have any foul trouble to deal with. Coljon, however, for the Green Wave, she has foul trouble to deal with. She's back in the game. Inbound Majora, she is tackled.
We're not playing for overtime, so.
We're not playing football either. So that'll be Padua's 3rd foul of the quarter. So if they play the foul game down the stretch, they don't have to really do anything to get them to the line. Coljon has to be careful not to step back court. She almost did, but kicks it. Mahalik gets back to Coljon for 3. No good. Board corralled by Figliano. Carrier taking up the court. She has 6, both from 3. Spade has 14, hands it off. Steal there by Hohenem. Here comes Majoris. Has Rudolph open if she uses her. Instead, she steps back, looking to pass inside. Coljon puts it up, blocked down. The putback. Now also no good. He fights for it. Jump ball? It will be, but it'll be final possession. Coljon did. All she couldn't hold on to that ball. She was being clobbered from both sides. Rapek to take it up the court here for the Bruins. Picked up by Rudolph. Here comes Hohenem pass. Majoris out of her reach, but she barely keeps it in. Kicks. Coljon blocked out of bounds by Jada. It stays with Hohenem, but what a block there by the Bruins. Darlene Jada gets up and smacks it out of play. Rudolph to inbound here. Hohenem up by 8. Gives to Coljon. Coljon being double teamed. And that one travel goes in favor of the Bruins. Michael, both you and I did the travel motion at the same time. You can see the up and down.
Yeah, I mean, but you'll say, hey, she only did that because she had guys on her.
Padua forces the travel, but now actually to do something with it offensively. Figliano, he can kick to the corner. She doesn't. She draws the foul. She goes to the line for 2, but has someone wide open in the corner for 3. That'll be Hohenem's 2nd foul of the quarter. Now the Bruins, they need to convert on some of these free throws. So far today, 9 for 23.
Yeah, that's going to be your storyline.
It's going to have to be. That one, oh, the front of the rim, no good. 9 for 24 now.
I think that's thanks to Danny Sibley and his screaming that I'm sure everybody in the broadcast here is hearing. I
think Stibley's scream has forced 0 for 3 from the line. Let's see. 0 for 4? Nope, 1 for 4. All right.
I think he was a little late on that, that's why.
It's okay. Danny did his best. He did all he could to make his impact. Mahalik gets it. Kicks for Spoley for 3. No good. Airballed. Hoynan wanted a foul, but kept in by Jada. Gives it right back to Hoynan. Coljon floats it. No good. Off the glass. Figliano boards it. But here come the Bruins. Spoley trying getting a piece. Jada drives, kicks right in the hands of Mahalik. Tipped. Rudolph goes back shoulder to retrieve it against Jada. She now drives on the left side using the left hand. And a foul against Jada. That will be her first. Sends Hoynan to the baseline. Next foul Padua gives up will send Hoynan to the charity stripe. Cartagena checks in for Mahalik. Spoley also checks out. Cartagena, Coljon, Rudolph, Williams, and Majoris on the court right now for the Green Wave. For Padua, you've got Spade, Tonzing, and a few others. That one going out of bounds over the backboard. So back to what I was saying, you have Tonzing, you have Spade, you have Ripek, who's the inbound, Figliano, and who just had the ball, Cario. That's the 5 for the Bruins. Driving is the Bruins, that's good. Tonzing converts.
And this is where Hoynan struggled here. After Padua made a basket, they were struggling to get out of this full court press.
Coljon, so from behind Spade. Won the beat, Rudolph trails. Blocked by Rudolph for the foul! I don't know, Michael, that one kind of looked clean. One heck of a block, but it'll be given a foul. So Padua now sent to the charity stripe. They are 10 for 25. If Padua wins, your storyline, though, is flipped. Padua goes to the line almost 30 times. And now they're 1 for 5 on the skipping screen. That one no good.
They can't handle my.
We now await the shot and the Stibley screen at the same time.
We could have used the Stibley screen yesterday in the boys varsity game.
They are 1 for 6 from the Stibley screen. No good again. Hoynan gets it back with a jump ball. Sends it back to Hoynan. And timeout here by Coach Petiti. Hoynan with 3:52 left to play in regulation. Up by 5. We're back on in a minute. .352 left to play in regulation. Hoynan up by 5, 46-41 over the Bruins as they look to get things underway in the backcourt. Now driving with Coljon. Coljon pass to Williams, up and down. No shot, that's a travel. Jump ball actually goes back to Padua. That is not a jump ball, that's a travel.
No, it's not a travel because she blocked the ball, but honestly regained it back. So I don't know why it was a jump ball, but.
It was weird, whatever happened with it. Figliano in the corner kicks it. The Spoley tips, it goes to Majoris. And now she's fouled to the ground, so she'll go to the line for 2. But interesting chain of events. Mike, you said ball back. It looked like she held possession the whole time. It didn't matter. It went to Padua, but Hoynan now with a chance to shoot 2. It's 46-41. Hoynan in games they scored 50 or more, currently undefeated, 4-0.
Well, we said that was a magic number earlier. I think we're going to see that once again.
And assuming they fouled on the stretch, I would not be surprised if we saw it strictly from the free throw line getting the next 4. Majoris herself has a chance to get 2 of them here.
That's the 5th on her, so she's going to have to sub out.
as I am now going to discuss that. Now the sub is made.
Yeah, because that's her 5th foul, so she can't be in the game anymore.
So now the freshman Figliano is out of the game with 5 fouls. That's one of the 2 Bruins. Now, there's 2 more Bruins that actually can foul out in the next foul. It would be Ryan Payne along with Tonzing. Majoris sinks the first. Hohenheim now 17 for 25 from the charity stripe. 17 for 26. It will be Padua ball down by 6. If you're Padua, Sophia Spade has 14, but also you gotta look at Carrier, number 22. All 6 of her points come from beyond the arc. Hands off Spade. Kicks it outside, Tonzing. Top of the arc, Rapek. Here's Carrier. That one no good, board by Rudolph. Down the court to Majoris. She steps back, Coljon gets it. Off the glass, rebound by Jada. Kicks it to the Bruins. They make a stop. Padua trying to take advantage of Hohenheim. Needing to get back on defense. Carrier takes out a play by Foley. They give Hohenheim time to set up their defense with 3:05 to play. Mahalik now checks in for the Green Wave, along with Brianna Minch. Rypeg to inbound here for the Bruins. Down by 6. Spade gets it off the inbound. Hands back to Rypeg. Okay, being double teamed. Spade takes it back to reset. Spade moving on Majoris. Now driving is Rypeg. Floats it. It's no good. Rebound by Williams. Jumps above the wall and grabs it down. Coljon in transition. Majoris tipped out a play by Carrier. So Padua will have a chance to set up their defense now. With themselves down by 6, 47-41. Coljon on the inbound, takes it. Double team, Mahalik open. She tries to look from downtown, she's hit. In and out, no good, but she'll go to the line for 3. It was almost a 3 and 1. And Hohenheim now have an opportunity to make it a 9-point game. So it will be the freshman, Mahalik. Her only bucket on varsity coming in the last game that we brought to you, which was the 54-8 victory over Buckeye. That one no good. Mahalik second. That one good. Hohenheim now up by 3 possessions. Rudolph to check in. She will sub out Williams. Mahalik sets up for her third. 1 for 3 from the line goes Mahalik. And now send the ball back to the Bruins with themselves down by 7. Foul against Majoris. That will be her second. Jada inbounds here. Carrier, but it will be Rapay to take it up the court for the Bruins. Rapay kicks to Sophia Spade. To the corner. Inside, what a run by Spade. And it's in, off the glass. 5-point game.
Yeah, good movement there on offense.
And when throwing on a bounce, it's Padua ball. Their crowd getting in it. Momentum starting to shift back to the brown and orange.
5-point game. Gotta have the defense stand strong here for the last 2 minutes.
Gotta be mentally tough in these next 2 minutes as well. And Coach Lance calls a timeout here with 2:06 to play. It's an exciting finish here, a tight one. 48-43, Hohenheim leads, but still 2:06 to play in regulation. 2:06 left to play in tonight's contest. In regulation, Padua down by 5 and has possession here as they look to get things closer, but Hohenheim takes it back. Koljan the steal. Koljan being double teamed, driving, tipped away. He'll stay with Hohenheim with 1:55 to go and an inbound on the baseline. If you're just tuning in, I am Nathan Smee alongside me, Michael Oleksik. Michael, a back and forth game. Padua led for a little bit in the third quarter, but Hohenheim battled back. Williams to put in off the glass, no good. Koljan's opportunity, no good. Tipped out a play by Williams, it's Padua ball.
Yeah, and that having that lead back is a big thanks here to honestly Williams.
And Hohenheim Padua, obviously a big rivalry. 68 current viewers, my last count. That's the most we've seen by a long shot in a girls basketball game. And a travel gives it back to Hohenheim. So a lot of interest in this game. Hohenheim with a win will go to 5-3 with one more game in the calendar year. We'll guarantee them going into next year 500. Stepping it around is Padua and Hohenheim. Did they give a designation? It should be Hohenheim ball, and it is. So 1:45 to play, Minch to inbound. Minch trying to find Koljan, does. Koljan drives, puts it up, on the side of the glass, no good. The Bruins have an opportunity. Hohenheim trying to get back. Rypayek tries. Minch not set enough to get a foul. And another one for the Bruins! So now Padua has a chance to make it a 2-point game. Taunting to go to the line. Michael, down the stretch, a minute and a half to go, and one layup. Where have we seen this before?
Where have we, Nathan?
Last night. Clearly reminiscent of that Lake Catholic game yesterday. Rispoli to sub in for the Green Wave. The N1 is good. Padua getting loud. It's now a 2-point game. Almost picked off. Here's where you go and press. Koljan trying to keep possession, fighting for it, and a foul, sending her to the line.
She had an opportunity to really push the ball up the court. I don't know why they stopped at the three-point line there.
So now minute 25, Hohenheim up by 2. We'll go to the line 4-2. One made makes it a 3-point game, none made makes it a 2-point game. All two made, it's a 2-possession game. What can Claire Koljan do? She makes her first. The freshman might have not much experience, but still keeps her composure and sinks the first. This one makes it a 2-possession game. Can Claire Koljan match Sophie Spade's tally tonight? She can. 2 for 2 with all the pressure in the world. All the pressure in Parma. Hohenheim up by 4. And I want taken by Koljan. It's Hohenheim ball. Rudolph. Rispoli has it now, driving. Blocked down. Powell tips it. It stays with Hohenheim with a minute 11 to go. Michael on those free throws as well. Hohenheim hit that 50 mark. Inbound, Rispoli. Kicks it, Williams. The put in. No good. Board by Spade. Ripped away by Williams. But it'll go to the Bruins. All right, Michael, a minute 4 left to go. What do you do if you're Hohenheim defense? How do you set up?
Play defense. Don't give them any free buckets. Like, let them get the ball way down the court. Make them drive the full length of the court and take some time off the clock.
Only thing to add, they don't foul. They can't foul in this situation. Koljan needs to be careful. She does. Spade drives over Williams. It's good. 2-point game. Spade has 18. Rudolph takes it. No one up down court. And Trevor is Padua ball. Padua goes wild with 44-7 to go. That's a turnover Hohenheim did not have to commit. It goes back to the Bruins. The senior Gertie to check in. Hohenheim has 2 seniors on the court. Padua 1. It's got to be tight down the stretch here, Michael. Let's see what Coach Lance has drawn up for his girls team. Girding. That one tipped on a play by Rudolph. Drills a limit off the clock. It remains with the Bruins. 50-48 Hohenheim with 39-2 to go.
All the pressure's on Padua because they have to score to force this game to overtime.
And a full timeout by Coach Lance, who has coached an excellent game today. Down by 12, going in the locker room. and getting his girls up by a few. But now he needs to draw something up here with their team down 50-48 to Holy Name. You're watching the Parma Holy War, Part 1 on your home for all Holy Name sports. Holy Name Athletics U2. We'll be back on after the timeout. .2 seconds left to go. Holy Name up 50-48 over the Padua Bruins at what has been a tight game down the stretch. If you're just tuning in, I am Nathan Smee. Alongside me, Michael Oleksik for the call of this exciting game that looks to finish very shortly. Spade outside the arc, kicks it. Picked up by Rudolph, but tips it on a play. So once again, Rudolph drills another little bit off the clock on a tip out. 30.6 remain. Holy Name up by 2. The inbound here by Rypek goes to Tonzing, back to Rypek. Koljan pressing, needs to be careful not to foul. Bobbled around Girding, off the glass, no good. The put in, block for foul! That sends Power to the line for 2 crucial free throws. That is exactly what you needed not to do. With 18.4 seconds left to go, all the pressure goes to Allie Tonzing. She has 8, the sophomore from St. Columkill. Looks to sink 2 and tie it up at 50 all. Let's see what she can do. The first is good. 50-49.
If she makes this, I wouldn't be surprised if she had timeout.
Full timeout, Coach Petiti, if she makes it.
Because you'll draw something up and move the ball up. So
all eyes lie on Tonzing. The second. No good! No good! Scored by Williams!
They have to foul her or something.
And they do!
Timeout. No, timeout. Coach Petiti first.
What a rebound by Williams that might have just given Holy Name a big opportunity to seal it. She has 10. What a big rebound. 3 players with 4 fouls on Holy Name's team, and none of them have fouled out. That's impressive, because Koljan played most of the second half with 4 fouls. Williams amassed them as the time went on. And Minch, I didn't even really know she had 4 fouls.
She's amassed it here in the fourth quarter.
Kind of spun on the scoreboard. As well, going around the scoreboard, 2 fouls for Rudolph, or 3 for Rudolph, 2 for Majoris. For Padua, you have 4 on Tonzing. You have 2 on Jada. You have 4 on Rypek. On Spade, you have 1. On Cario, you have 3. And on Figliano, unfortunately for her and the Bruins, has 5 and had to check out of the game after fouling out. So it's 50-49. Holy Name will most likely be fouled and will go to the line for 2. But Padua must foul quickly here. 15.3 seconds left to go. But Michael, in the case that it's a 2 or 3 point game, I think you see number 11 take the last shot for the Bruins.
Oh, for sure. I mean,
either her or you give the Cario who's made 2 threes.
I mean, she's 19 points, leads the team, so I would say you definitely give it to number 11 here.
For Holy Name, if you can get it to Koljan, that's best case scenario. You do. And she is fouled. So she'll go to the line for 2 pressure free throws once again. But Koljan's put up a clinic today for the Green Wave, especially from the line. Michael, we talked about it earlier. Free throws have been the difference in today's game. Holy Name has made 20, Padua 12. But none of those really matter right now, Michael.
Make at least one. You got to make at least one of these. One of these is going to be really big.
Let's see what Koljan can do. The freshman misses the first. Substitution.
Preferably you want to make that first one so they would have to get the rebound on the second one, but now you really want to make the second one.
Holy Name putting their best 5 and strongest 5 up here. Padua, their best 5 in, especially for shooting. Koljan needs to make this. If she does, a 2 would tie, a 3 would win. As of right now, anything would win for the Bruins. She misses both. Padua pushes it up the court. Spade against Majorix. Less than 10 seconds to go. She drives, kicks, tipped out of bounds. And Padua, 6.6 seconds left to go, has a chance to inbound it and break Neighbor hearts.
Just don't give anything up. No fouls. Don't give anything free up on the inbounds pass.
Let's see at the inbound. The shot by Townsend. It is no good. Board by Majoris. Time runs. 1.3 to go. Majoris to the line. That might have sealed it. Good job by Majoris. Now the tallest player on the court.
You're gonna put all Hohenheim players back. Yep. But if you're Padua, you still got to go get a rebound.
Michael, though, what a big board there by Majoris to corral that one in. An impact.
Make one. Make the first. Make the first one. The first one's the biggest.
She cannot. Hohenheim has missed the last 3. A rebound and timeout most likely if they have when you're Padua. Padua has no timeout.
1.3, you got no timeouts left. You're not going to be able to do anything. Line violation.
And that will give Padua a chance to set up. So here we go, Michael. 1.3 to go.
Just put a couple of guys there so they can't just roll the ball in. Nothing over the top, though. Can't go anything over the top.
The heave-ho. It's picked by Coljob. Holy wins it. Coljob picks it up to win the game. Michael, a little more stressful than it had to be, but Hohenheim seals the deal. 50 to 49. 50 the magic number exactly.
50 was the magic number today, Nathan.
50 was enough. Hohenheim, after giving Neighbor Nation a heart attack, wins 50 to 49 over the Padua Bruins. That has concluded the first of 4 really Parma Holy War games. Our next one will be on Friday at Padua at 6 p.m. as Hohenheim boys basketball takes on Padua at 6 p.m. as I said. And then the final one will be against Padua on January 6th at BAM at 8:10 p.m. Michael, you'll be out of town for that game. But you have one more game with us on Friday. And the last game to close out our calendar year will be on the 30th. We see girls basketball host Lake Catholic. To stay updated on all of the games that we're covering, follow Hohenheim Broadcasting on Instagram and Twitter. To stay updated on all of Hohenheim sports, follow Hohenheim Athletics Instagram and Twitter. And follow subscribe here to Hohenheim Athletics YouTube. And I put out push notifications to be notified when we go live. Christmas came early for Hohenheim girls basketball, winning 50 to 49 over the Bruins. I've been Nathan Smee alongside me, Mike Oleksik on the scoreboard for the first half. Cameron Gazzo on the second half. Drew Stires. I've been Nathan Smee. Thank you for spending your Wednesday with us. Have a good night, everyone. If you're watching for the girls and not the boys game Friday, Merry Christmas. And as always, go Namers.